Well, we've got a lot of news to discuss tonight. We've got some Edgar Wright stuff from Rebirth. We've got a Universal Kids Resort update. We've got a Game Awards update. We've got Chaos Theory thoughts on season 4, my thoughts, and some nominations. There's probably more. I have run out of time. All that and more. I am Brad Jost, and this is Chaos. Welcome, everybody, to another Let's Talk Jurassic. This is me trying to talk as calmly as possible, even though everything is so chaotic on the back end. I've been crunching here to try to get all of the news ready for today's episode. The music's playing out loud. I should probably turn the headphones on so that doesn't come through. But I got the news ready. I've been scrambling because hopefully I'm keeping my fingers crossed that my computer actually doesn't shut off on me tonight. It's been having issues all day where it just decides, hey, I've had enough. I'm going to restart automatically, and I just keep losing work. So hopefully that does not happen tonight. But I appreciate everyone being here tonight. We've got a lot to talk about, and Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 4 comes out tomorrow. So that's exciting. We've got a bunch of people here. Let's see who's in the house here tonight. Siaka says, everything beyond this point is canon. Yep. 100% everything beyond this point is canon, factual. You know it. Let's see. Steve is here. What's up, Steve? Indeed a happy time to be a Jurassic fan. Few hours left. Absolutely. Scott here. What's up, Scott? He said, hello there, my friend. I've got lots to talk to you about the Jurassic franchise and especially my hatred towards Jurassic World Rebirth. Well, Scott, I don't know if we're going to have time for that tonight, but I am interested in your thoughts. So maybe write like a big comment and put it in the actual comments of the video here today. But yeah, what's up, LM97? Hello, watching Chaos Theory as soon as it comes out tomorrow morning. Steven, hello, Steven. We got Jurassic Souls in the house. Hey, nice. Thank you for the super chat. Excited for Chaos Theory also with Jurassic World Evolution 3 being nominated at the Game Awards. I wonder what the chances of another JP survival trailer will be. Yeah, I wonder. But yeah, we'll see. Cretaceous Dave, what's up, dude? Happy Chaos Eve, everyone. And yeah, this is Chaos. But Jurassic Souls mentioned, I am at the Jurassic World Evolution. I'm at the beginning of the Japan map in the campaign where you have to wrangle the dinos into the enclosure, but they won't go through the gates. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. So basically what I've had to do, and hold on, let me just pause this real quick. But Mr. Warrior, there are no spoilers for Chaos Theory here today. Tomorrow, check back tomorrow. Lots of spoilers abound, but the show comes out tomorrow. We will not be talking spoilers tonight, just basic thoughts and vibes. Back to Jurassic Souls here. So what you got to do is you have to... I had to switch back and forth between the two modes of wrangling. For the most part, I use the wrangling where it's like, come here, so they all come towards you. And once I did that, I got to a few outside of the gate, like 100 feet outside of the gate. Then I switched my position and I went behind all the dinosaurs. And then I did the push whistle, whatever that one was. And I pushed them all through the gate with that whistle. So there was two sets of whistle. The whistle that was like, hey, come here. And then the whistle was like, hey, go. So that's what I did to get them through the gate. I just kind of repositioned myself, turned all the way around, and had to twist and turn to get everybody through there. But once I did that, they all went in perfectly fine. I was confused as well the first time I did it. But I had to restart that map, unfortunately. I got too deep into a mess on that one, but luckily it wasn't like it was like how chaotic it was in Evolution 2, where I had to like reset like 4 hours worth of work and stuff like that, which was really frustrating. But this one was more fun. It was just like, all right, I got to reset this one. But yeah, I ran out of money there as well. But I think as long as you can get them to herd towards you and then turn around and then herd them away from you towards the gate, you should be okay. So hopefully that helps you. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight. So let's go ahead, do a few things here and see what we can talk about. But first off, if you do want spoiler-free content so far, we've got the episode out there. There is a full podcast. So if you do want to catch up just before watching the show tomorrow, please do so. It's just a short episode. It's like 30 minutes or something like that. 29 minutes. Go listen to that before you dive into the final season to get some general thoughts and vibes. I mean, I'm going to do that again here tonight. But there's that. And there's also Tom Jurassic's article here. Jurassic World Chaos Theory Season 4 ends well, but leaves us wanting more. Is this a good review? A bad review? What do you think? Go ahead and read the review here over on JurassicParkPodcast.com. And yeah, so those are the two things that are out right now. I mean, there are videos. So we do have like a video review from Tom, which actually has been doing pretty well, getting a lot of views, a lot of comments and likes. So go check out that one. And also there is the video version of this podcast, which you can find out there as well. I don't know if it showed up in any of these. No, for some reason these aren't updating. These are like old videos. I don't know, but I'll have to update those. But yeah, so they are on the YouTube channel, but also go subscribe to my newsletter. I will be posting some stuff hopefully soon, but I did post one fairly recently about Evolution 3, so you can go check out that one. But let's go ahead and dive into some Rebirth news. Maybe we'll dive into some thoughts from Scott before, but Edgar Wright turned down directing Jurassic World Rebirth. So interesting. And most of these things that we're going to dive into here tonight, I have not had any moments at all to like dive into the news, except for one of the things. But yeah, let's see. It says, I got to find out where to start reading this. When Universal Pictures and the Jurassic World franchise came calling, Wright was already eyeing up The Running Man and declined the opportunity to direct Rebirth. You might wonder why he would say no to what was pretty much a guaranteed box office hit in favor of an 80s IP that was by no means sure to make any sort of decent profit. Well, it comes down to the fact that Wright had essentially wanted to make this his version of The Running Man since he was a teenager. So, I mean, that makes sense. Edgar Wright spoke with The Wrap and said he turned down Jurassic World Rebirth because he knew that The Running Man was a possibility. This Stephen King adaptation wasn't just any project for the director, who recalled how he'd initially wanted to make the film after reading King's novel. Even then, reading it as a teenager, before I knew that I wanted to be a director, you visualize the movie in your head like you do when you read stuff, he recalled. When I saw the 1987 movie, I realized that it was a very loose adaptation of the book and only really kept a couple of elements. As such, Wright became fascinated with the idea of faithfully bringing King's original story to the big screen. So when Rebirth came up, the director didn't have a choice. He did, though, have a hand in bringing Rebirth to fruition by suggesting producers hire the creator-director Gareth Edwards. According to Wright, he also advised Edwards to call his agent about the job. I said, "Hey, has your agent talked to you about Jurassic World yet?" Remembered the filmmaker. He goes, "No, are they doing a new one?" I said, "You should call your agent." Literally a week later, he's announced as doing it. That's funny. So there you go. I mean, interesting, very interesting. Edgar Wright turning down a Jurassic movie. So to me, this feels like we couldn't get, what was his name? David Leitch. David Leitch was like initially attached to the movie, right? And I don't know if Edgar Wright came before or after, but to me in my head, I'm thinking after David Leitch news, and it was more so like a quick, like, let's test the waters. Let's see who's open to joining this movie. That's what I'm gonna guess, because David Leitch seemed pretty firm, like it came out in trades and stuff like that. Edgar Wright, I don't think we heard about at all, if I remember. I don't believe we heard about that. But it's an interesting choice. I don't really think of Edgar Wright and think like, all right, that's a great choice for streaming here. Are we back? Are we live again? I don't know what happened there, but maybe we're back. Maybe we're back. Are we back? Everybody here? Is this good? I don't know what happened. Oh no, is this like a secondary stream? Or no, it seems okay. But anyway, as I was saying, before we were unceremoniously kicked off the stream, name in there and just try to get this ship heading in the right direction. Yeah, that's my guess. And then he would go ahead and say to Gareth's team, like, use him instead. And then a week later, like, he's the director. Okay. Yeah, sorry everybody about the stream quality. I don't know what happened there. The internet seems fine. I think it's probably a computer issue. My computer has been like horrible today. So it's just, this computer's old. I was looking at it today. Tom had asked me, he's like, when is that one from? I'm like, 2017. It's really not holding up its end of the bargain anymore. But what are you going to do? So to me, that's what it feels like for this. If you missed it, I was just saying, I feel like he basically was just a big name that Universal could say, hey, Edgar Wright is making a Jurassic movie. Like, this is going to be a big deal. Because we also have to remember that this was still during the time period of we need a gun for hire. Like, we need somebody to come in, direct our movie, have their name attached, but not really their stamp. So I think that would have been interesting, but I don't know what it would have looked like or how it would have been. Would it have been a little bit wacky or weirder? I don't know. But I'm happy with Gareth Edwards, and I hope we get more of that in the future. But let's see what we have next on the list here. I don't know if everybody came back or not. But, next up, we've got a fun one. Universal Parks sent out an email to us with some new information here. This is pretty cool. Now, we've seen a little bit about this park already. We already knew a lot of these attractions and everything, but we've got some more details here that I want to dive into. Can I zoom in on this? All right, yeah. So the information here, it says, at Jurassic World Adventure Camp, the curious Ankylosaurus Bumpy has gone missing, so families will zoom through twists, turns, peaks, and valleys on Jurassic World Cretaceous Coaster to help find her. Mr. DNA's double helix spin will take families on a twisting and turning journey. Kids and their grown-ups can enjoy the Tyranno Drop, an exciting ride that gives brave adventurers a bird's-eye view of the park from high above. The Jurassic World Canteen will help tame T-Rex-sized appetites for carnivores and herbivores alike. Jurassic World Outfitters will offer families the chance to gear up for some dinosaur-sized adventures with toys, accessories, and more. From meeting a newly hatched baby dinosaur to climbing up the Jurassic World Lookout Tower's play area or having fun at paddock play, kids and their grown-ups will have many ways to explore. So there we go. That is the synopsis, I guess, for the land, Jurassic World Adventure Camp, that's going to be going to the Universal Kids Resort out in Texas. So pretty cool. You've got a coaster where Bumpy has gone missing, and I really like the idea of this because I recently went to Epic Universe just 2 weeks ago or whatever, and they do have a very nice coaster there, Hiccup's Wing Gliders, and it's got onboard audio. It's got, which is not new or anything, but like it's got that like kind of I feel like there's like a hiccup, like talking throughout the ride. There is like the animatronic there on the ride, not on the ride, but you drive by it, and there's other stuff and a lot of other cool like surprises in there too. I don't know that they're gonna go this big, like that big for this ride, but I mean, if there is the onboard audio of like the kids, if you get all of the cast members like searching and scouring for Bumpy, like that would be fantastic. And maybe, I feel like, dude, if this is a search for Bumpy, this needs to be like at the end of Hagrid's when you've got the Hagrid's Magical Motorbike Adventure, whatever that's called, and you've got the unicorns at the very end. And I think that would be fantastic because at the end of this ride, like you slowly drive through like a little area that shows Bumpy has been found. And that would be cool. I mean, they could definitely just do like a screen at the end of the ride, I guess, and just have the characters there holding Bumpy. That would certainly work as well. But if we got like a animatronic Bumpy, small baby Bumpy, not like the adult Bumpy or anything like that, that would be so awesome. That would be fantastic, dude. If we got a Jurassic roller coaster with Bumpy animatronic, dude, please, that would be so cool. Jurassic World Cretaceous coaster. So that sounds very, very fun. And yeah, you can see it right there. It basically just looks like a oh god, Instagram is the worst with this. Where'd the post go? It's just basically got like a Jurassic World era style Jeep. But we got to look at the main thing here. The Mr. DNA Helix whatever gondola ride thing. Let's see, what did it say? Mr. DNA's double helix spin will take families on a twisting and turning. Why does it disappear when I put my hand on the page? Twisting and turning journey. So there we go. It's basically just like a... Oh, well... I'm trying to see how this would move, but I feel like it probably will rotate, up and down like this, like kind of like a normal Ferris wheel would. But it also probably spins around the outside, so it kind of does that helix spin while also spinning. That's my guess. It would spin each, not like the cars will stay like the same, like they won't like invert or anything like that, but the track will somehow twist around the outside and come all the way up to the top and then come back down somehow. That's what I'm imagining. I think that will be pretty cool. But Mr. DNA, a Mr. DNA ride, you get to see the helix pattern in there in the middle. Each one of these has a Mr. DNA on there. That's really cool. That is so awesome. So yeah, hyped for that. And then what else we got? We've got the play area, which looks great. You can see the Tirana drop back there as well. So I don't know, is there two of those? It looks like there's two of those towers at least. The Helix ride, the roller coaster. These look like bathrooms right here. Jurassic bathrooms. But the play area seems really cool. Like if this is how it's accurately going to look, that's going to be cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty exciting. Kids love a Jurassic play area, so that'll be huge. And then, of course, they have meet and greet. Why is this being so bad here tonight? My God, what is happening? But the meet and greet there with a very oversized looking baby raptor. But I dig it. Very cool. So we've got 3 rides. This is a pretty like major part of the land. Like 3 rides for this area, plus the kids' play area, the restaurant, the store. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Climbing up the lookout towers and play area, or having fun at paddock play. I wonder what the difference is there between paddock play and the Jurassic World lookout towers. I assume that this is like the lookout tower. So I would assume maybe you start at the paddock area and then work your way up, maybe? Not too sure, but that's my guess. So that is this area. But yeah, I'm excited for this. Yeah. Was there any other information in the email? Let me just double check. I don't think there was, but where did this one come from? Here it is. Oh, no, this is different. This is for an awards. They've received awards for Epic Universe and Harry Potter Ride and Monsters Ride and Theme Park Lands for How to Train Your Dragon. Look at that. Look at them. Where's the other ones? No? I don't know where that email was. Where'd that email come from? Sending out too many emails, Universal. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think it said anything. But let's move on to our next piece of news here tonight. I know everybody's kind of talking about some other stuff here, so let me see. Can't wait to see Jonathan Bailey on the big screen Friday. Yeah, heck yeah. I'm so bummed. I haven't been able to find time to go until Sunday morning. So, dude, it's like my most hyped movie of the year, and I'm like, sorry, I know Rebirth came out this year, but definitely Wicked 2 is my most hyped movie of the year, and I'm not going to be able to see it until Sunday, sorry. But yes, I am hyped for Chaos Theory. Are you hyped? I already saw it, but I'm still hyped for it. I'm hyped for everybody else to see it. Tyler can't wait to watch the final season. Yeah, I think you're going to have a fun time with the final season. But let's go over. I'm going to get my headphones because we got a video to watch together. So let me get a reload on this. Oh, no, I don't want that. Let's go over here. Why isn't that playing? Oops, sorry. How do I... I'm still playing it through if you didn't know what it was. Here we go. Oh, it's not playing. Oh my gosh, go back. I'll get the reload again. Oh my gosh, it's every time it doesn't do the volume. Play volume. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Volume up, dude. Instagram. Dude, it's not working. There we go.
Maya,
Let's reload it, and guess what it's going to do again? There we go. All right. Let's finally take a listen.
Can anyone hear me? This is
I can hear you.
Maya Joshi. I've been left behind on Isla Nubla. The actual journey, the arc of Maya, it's incredible. She was personally recruited by Dr. Henry Wu to become an InGen scientist to work at the park. Players will take on the character of Maya while she kind of encounters these hugely terrifying dinosaurs, but also these really harsh challenges. And you find a lot about Maya throughout the process.
It's so
emotionally and mentally. I really relate to Maya in lots of different ways. She's incredibly passionate and adventurous. I think she takes
love the
risks.
Attire.
She steps outside of her comfort zone. It's just
what kind of
nice
dinosaur
to
is that?
represent a woman who is not only shares the same background as me, but also to play someone who is very strong. I feel like I'm learning a lot about myself, to be honest. She's very inspiring, and she has a lot of admirable traits. Jurassic Park is so loved. You want to do the character justice. You want to do the game justice. I think that I'm standing on the shoulders of some of the coolest female characters in cinema history. It's incredible.
Yeah. All right, there we go. That's the new footage. Jurassic Park Survival coming at some point. Let's take a quick look here. Is it going to let me... It's not going to, like, expand this at all? No, of course not. Usually Instagram's like, hey, you can, like, move around this video, but for some reason this one's not letting me. All right, so we've got... You can see the kitchen here. Looking good in the kitchen. cold storage area in there, so we know that it looks closed at the moment. So I feel like they've got the raptor in there maybe at this point in time. Got a triceratops, which looks fantastic. See, a lot of these shots are just giving me like, they look like a lot like evolution. So that's good. I think that's good. It looks pretty nice. There's Maya or Pyal Mystery. Oh, that's a kitchen scene. Okay. So here we've got some sort of garage, right? Or the basement or something. I like this. This is like what's very cool to me is seeing random parts of the island that we never got to see before. This could be the same area maybe that we see in Jurassic World. Is it possible that this is like the garage area? Dude, that looks so good. Dude, just the wet floor signs and everything. Oh my gosh. It's so detailed. What I love about this too, this version of Rexy is this to me feels like Rexy from the novel, where Rexy was like picking up stuff and throwing it, like the vehicles, just throwing the vehicles. That's what this reminds me of a lot. It's just chucking that thing. So, and Rexy, I feel like has done that in, Rexy kind of did that in Fallen Kingdom with like throwing the truck with the nose, but not the same way. And there's been a lot of moments throughout like Camp Cretaceous and everything that like, I feel like Rexy's been kind of more violent like that. So let's see. Anything interesting here? I was wondering what that yellow thing it said there. So what kind of dinosaur do we think this is? Is this a velociraptor attacking her? But it also like gets stunned or something too, right? Yeah, see, I have played that, but it's been honestly like since that game came out that I've played that game. When was that? It was a long time ago. So I don't really remember. But yeah, and you said I hope there's dinosaurs that weren't in the original JP. Yeah, me too. I hope they do flesh out like those ones that we saw, like the embryo containers and stuff like that. It probably just says, please don't touch the frame. Nice lighting. I like this. Whatever this sequence is, this looks really cool. Having this Rex or Rexy, outside of this cage of some sort. This is reminding me of the Sega game in a way. If you remember in the Sega game, there was that whole area that, and honestly, it reminds me of Jurassic Park the Ride and River Adventure, right? Is there a moment in that? I feel like there is a moment when you're going up the ramp or somewhere that a T-Rex pops out, but it also reminds me of the Sega game where like you'd be in that facility, like that's warehouse type facility you're climbing up, and like the Rex pokes its head out every now and then. It feels like a lot like that. Basement electrical assembly. We definitely have a garage here of some sort. Office, computers, kitchen, water pumps, vent, garage, basement. There's Maya. Her clothes look good. Like I feel like this is pre-breakout or something like that. Definitely like some landscape that I feel like we've never seen before from Jurassic or from Nublar even. But the clouds, like look, the clouds are coming in. Like I could definitely see this being like at the beginning of the game where like, dude, if we got like Dr. Wu or something like that, like, Maya, you got to come in. Storm's approaching. We're heading off the island now. You need to head in now. Something like that. 5 minutes. Drop what you're doing and leave now. If we got something like that, she's like, I'm like out in the jungle. I can't get back in 5 minutes. But yeah, I think that would be pretty cool if we see that. And then, we get a reason. I would love to see a reason why, like, she's stuck on the island and everything, not just pick up where somebody's left off. Like, I would love it if we get a little preamble overlapping of time for when the actual guests are there, I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that was about it there. But, the game's not going to look as good as this pre-rendered footage probably, but that other stuff looked pretty good too. So I'm excited by it. I know we're putting a lot of pressure on this video game to really make all of our hopes and dreams come true with Jurassic Park, because, we've been clamoring for Jurassic Park since 1993. We've never gone back. We touched on it a little bit in Jurassic World. We got a little glimpse in there. And in Camp Cretaceous, I guess. But, we got such small glimpses into that, like, facility and that operation, the original operation, that we've got a lot of pressure on this. We've been putting a lot of pressure on this game, and I'm not sure the game is ready for that, for us, and all of the thoughts and concerns we all may have. So I'm trying to go in with, like, low expectations and hoping they blow me out of the water, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. They have a long road ahead of them to try to get this right and to try to include as much as humanly possible that fans are going to just really enjoy. For instance, like, I saw this, this barely relates, but, like, I saw a video of The Rock today or yesterday. He started filming Jumanji 3, 4, whatever you want to qualify that as. And he had on, like, a necklace that had a little dice piece in there, a little die. And, he said, like, this is our homage to Robin Williams. And, because that's, this movie came from him, and, he was a major part of it, obviously. And, like, it's all because of him that we're doing this. And I'm like, that, to me, if that's the only homage to Robin Williams, like, that's not enough. Like, so I hope we get more than just surface level. Like, oh, did you see that piece of dice that was hanging from his neck? That means that was the piece that Alan rolled back in 1993 or whatever, It wasn't 1993, was it? It was 1994, I think. 1995, sorry. But yeah, so I want more depth than just, like, those subtleties. So I'm hoping, like, instead of just being like, well, there is the visitor center off in the distance. You remember that? I know we're going to get to explore it, but, like, I want more of, like, that exploration, that, like, untouched land and area that we've never seen before, but also traversing familiar areas and really, really getting to explore and, like, pull it apart and just really dive into it. So hoping we get that far with it. Yeah, Dilophosaurus. I was wondering that too. A Lockwood mention would be fantastic. Yes, I think that would be really good. Really, really good. Will that happen? I don't know. Yeah, that would be pretty perfect. I mean, it would have been great if this had come out, like, just after what was that movie? Fallen Kingdom, or before Fallen Kingdom, and we get, like, that history, that link of those characters, before it actually happened. I think that would be fantastic, but it's so late now that, like, I don't even know if, like, the general audience or anybody would even care about that kind of link, but who knows? Come across Dr. Grant's hat and the claw, like, that would be very cool. I would love that. Like, things that absolutely should be still in the mud, And look, I know I know like Camp Cretaceous has the whole Biosyn, Dodgson recovering the Barbasol can moment. But we can kind of forget about that for a minute. We can push that aside, I think, and say, hey, something else happened, and do something like that. I think that would be fantastic if like Maya is only saved because of a last minute trip by Dodgson to go salvage, what was left behind or something like that. I think that would be really cool. I'm just still like legitimately every project that comes out, I'm like, you could do a great story with the Barbasol can. Every story. Legitimately every story I've come up with a great Biosyn can, or the Barbasol can. I keep saying Biosyn. Barbasol can moment. Like that would be fantastic for every possible thing that's ever come out. And they've never done it. I've been mad at them every single time because there was the opportunity to do it and you just refused. It's still possible. It's still possible. So please, get it done. All right? There was that picture in Dominion where Charlotte Lockwood was stood outside outside the gates. Yeah, absolutely. A mention of Charlotte would be fantastic. Like say, hey, where's Charlotte? Oh, she's out on Sorna. Anything like that. That would be so simple. I would be down for that for sure. But yeah, I doubt it. I doubt that will happen. But who knows? Who knows? Anyway, that is Jurassic Park Survival. Let's talk real quick about this. So let's go over. I'm going to take these headphones off now. Don't need them on anymore. But let's go over to... Where am I going? Chaos Theory. Oh, a button that I'm going to have to remove soon because it's not going to make any sense on my board. But yeah, Chaos Theory has been nominated for a Children and Family Emmy for Outstanding Sound Mixing and Sound Editing for an Animated Program. There you go. Always love to see it when DreamWorks and Chaos Theory team get nominated for awards. I feel like it happens all the time, and it's always well-deserved. Like, they do a fantastic job every single time. And, yeah, I feel like the sound is great, and the mixing and everything is perfect. Like, it all works really well, and it all feels legit. This picture is not very good, but yes, definitely well-deserved, and go team. Go team. But I do want to talk about... wait, is there anything else? Do I have anything else? I have something else here on my... Oh, yeah. Oh, I should have mentioned this one. Forgot. I went out of order a little bit. But let's go back to games for a second. Forgot about this one. Boom. Jurassic World Evolution 3 secures the Game Award nomination. Ow. Oof. My arm. So, the best sim/strategy category. I tried to explore the other nominees, but it wanted me to like turn my iPad. But Johnny Watts here, CEO over at Frontier, says, we're delighted to see Jurassic World Evolution 3 achieve Frontier's first ever nomination. Wow. For the Game Awards. That's great. This is a wonderful achievement for the entire company and celebrates not only the hard work and dedication of everyone who has worked on the game, but also the positive momentum we are building at Frontier. Our thanks to our incredible partners at Universal Products and Experiences who continue to trust and support our creative vision for the franchise. Finally, to our players whose creativity and passion is at the heart of everything we create at Frontier. We will continue to celebrate and champion your energy and enthusiasm across our entire portfolio of games. Nominee for Best Sim/Strategy Game. Let's see if I can bring up those other nominees. Whatever. Yep, rotate my device. Whatever. Let's see if we can rotate it. I can't rotate that way. Let's see if we can rotate it this way. Oh, gosh. What, you going to make me look at the whole website now? View all categories. Best sim strategy. Let's check it out. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Ooh, Sid Meier's Civilization 7. Tempest Rising, The Altars, and 2 Point Museum. Interesting. What is 2 Point Museum? There's some dino bones on there. But yeah, I don't know anything about any of these other ones except for like Civilization, which probably would, I would assume, win out of these, but I don't know. It's hard to say. But yeah, I did see Indiana Jones was nominated for something, right? Well, I saw, what's his name? Troy Baker was nominated. But is there other nominations for Indiana Jones? It's not in here, is it? No, that already happened. That was like last year. Best on... No, it's not... yeah, it's in here for... Okay, that's weird. I mean, I'm playing Ghost right now. That game's fantastic. I feel like Split Fiction might win. Oh, but Silk Song? Ah, dude, it's going to be impossible for Indiana Jones to win, I feel like there. But there you go. I wanted to mention that real quick, but I do want to talk a little bit about Chaos Theory if you want. So if anybody has any thoughts or questions or anything about Chaos Theory, I'll try to answer them, but I still want to stay as spoiler-free as possible just to preserve your final few hours here before the show debuts. It is very close. You're very close to getting it. But yeah, I've seen the whole thing. Somebody had asked before, how did I get it early? Teddy asked. Because we get to work with DreamWorks and everything to produce content and do some interviews and things. So they send us all the episodes ahead of time. So we've already done an interview with Scott Kramer, the executive producer and showrunner. That will be coming out tomorrow. And we have like full spoiler conversation coming out tomorrow with myself and Tom Jurassic. Tom is also on that interview with Scott. And yeah, we've done the, there was like a non-spoiler review over on YouTube here and on our, all over the place, on the podcast feed, on the YouTubes, everywhere, the website. But yeah, so we produce content with them to get everybody hyped and hopefully watch the show. But I think this season is, it's hard to say. I was wondering this the other day, like about what season do I like the best out of 1 through 4 of Chaos Theory. And stayed grounded for the most part. And there's one thing that you can see in the trailer for season 4 that's like not as grounded as everything else has been. But even still, it's still not as like outlandish as Camp Cretaceous ever was at times. So I think they've done just such a good job of grounding this show and maturing these characters, and especially to this 4th season, everybody handles things like really maturely. And yes, there's some squabbles along the way, but like they really are smart and educated and helpful, and it's just really nice to see. I think it's really nice to see. Did it freeze again? Goes to mention the stream, freeze it, cannot take it. I don't know. Did it freeze again? Did the music stick out? If I remember right, the series has the same artist as Cobra Kai. Yes, it does have the same artist. What was his name? Oh man, I'm blanking on his name. It's Leo Berenberg, right? Yeah. So yeah, he did the score for this, I assume. I didn't double check, but he's been doing the score for the entire run of everything. But there was a few moments that really stuck out to me with the score. There's one moment towards the end that I was like, dang, that's just like, I really love the choice that they made there in this moment with the score. So while I don't know that it stood out to me like incredibly well, there were a few moments across the board that I was like, oh, those are really good moments. And especially one towards the end where I was like, wow, that is just a very great choice. And I loved it. So yeah, but yeah, I think the show is, very good. I've really loved all 4 seasons. And, so it's very difficult for me to say, like Camp Cretaceous was like, all right, season 1's great. Season 2, I wasn't really digging that one as much. Season 3 was excellent. Season 4 and 5, like, weren't really digging those ones. But like this show has been 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm liking them all. I dig it all. They're all really great. So I have no problems with anything really at all. And I think I'm satisfied with the way everything wraps up. I think Tom wasn't as satisfied. You can go read his review and listen to him talk about it on the show. But I know Tom wasn't as satisfied with the ending. But to me, I was pretty satisfied with everything there. I love these characters, and there's a lot of like emotional weight to these characters, I think, for everything that they go through. And there's just like I said, a lot of maturity for these characters. I'm really digging it, and just really honing in on what makes this show great, which is those relationships that have been established for 9 seasons, 5 years. So yeah, they did a great job there. The dinosaurs are almost kind of like really secondary, I guess, to everything. And I don't even know if it's secondary. Like they make an impact, surely. Like there's a lot of really great dinosaur moments. But to me, it's really the characters that shine through. And the dinosaur moments are great, but like to me, it doesn't feel as prominent as some of the major dinosaur things that have happened in the past. Maybe I'm just not thinking of one or two here or there, but yeah, I think they did a good job with all the dinosaurs. They look beautiful. There's some really awesome moments with Dominion dinosaurs that we've seen before, and I was like freaking out. I'm like, dude, this looks so good. The visuals look awesome. So yeah, I think that was pretty cool. What else could I talk about? Canonically, hey, we're gonna mention canon and crossovers and stuff like that. There are lots of crossover moments, which I was happy about. So, they've done that. They did that all the way back in Camp Cretaceous with season 1, with the Indominus, and how that really crossed over with those events from that first film. And then they did it again in season 3 with the beginning of Fallen Kingdom. And I love that. Now, imagine that, but across a whole season. Like that, to me, that's what I love. So maybe it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but like for me, I love getting those crossover canonical ties like across the entire story. So I love that. And it was more akin to what they did last season, honestly, with like Soyona Santos and all the Malta stuff. Like that really tied into Dominion and that moment of time in Dominion. And same thing happens here. We saw them at the end of season 3, really all heading towards the Biosyn Valley. And I think it's really cool what they're able to do. And yeah, so that was fun. Any chance we see a T-Rex v Giga battle tonight? Oh, I mean, I don't know. That's that'll be interesting. We'll have to see in a few hours, But I think, what else? Talked about some music. We talked to characters. Visuals I really liked. The story, I know we've kind of touched on that a little bit. Dinosaurs. What else is there? I don't know. I just really liked it. And I think it was a gripping story that, like I said, tied in really well with what was happening in Dominion. But also it services these characters and the story that they've been telling from the start. And I think that was pretty great. You know, it does a lot. There's a lot to be done in 9 episodes. And to me, it feels like it flies by. Like it really is fast-paced. The action is feeling constant, but they do take their time to really talk and do the work to get these characters headed to where they want to head them. You know, I think they really do the work. There's no like logic jumps or anything like that, I don't think. So everybody heads in the direction that they're supposed to head pretty logically. So I'm very excited for everybody to see it and to talk about the ending with everybody. There's going to be a lot of discussion to be had, I think, about the ending. And yeah, I'm sad because it's like the end of an era here. And who knows if we're going to get any more. I don't know. I'm sad because like I want to see these stories continue, but like Scott has said in interviews that like doesn't sound like that's going to be the case. Hopefully that's like a misdirection, but I don't know. Well, you know, it would be nice. It would be nice if we got more stories. There's so many places we could go with, you know, with connecting dots and with making Rebirth make more sense for me. So yeah, I don't know. I think everybody's going to have a great time. So make sure you mention that you got the chance to watch it, spread the word, tell your friends, tell your family that you got to watch it. And then when you're done watching it, come check out all of our spoiler conversations where I'll dive into all of that in much deeper depth, I guess. But me and Tom had a great conversation about all of the spoilers in season 4, and then also our conversation with Scott Kramer, the executive producer. We had some really fun stuff that he revealed in that episode about this season. And there was a few times where he's like, "Oh, nobody's asked that question." Like, yeah, that's great. I was hoping you would ask that or something. So definitely check out our episode with Scott. It was really great. But those are all coming out tomorrow at some point, so just keep your eyes on the feed. And I want to give everybody some time to watch the show, so I'm not going to they're not going to show up at, 3 a.m. I think the show comes out probably at like 3 a.m. or something like that here in the East Coast, but midnight, on the West Coast. But yeah, check in when you're done. Don't rush because there will be full spoilers. So wait until you've seen all the episodes. And please make sure you let us know what you think. I forgot to mention that in my episodes. But definitely let us know what you think about the season. Can't wait to hear. But that is everything I have for you tonight. So thank you so much. Definitely mixed emotions. It's sad. It's happy. It's joyous. It's upsetting. It's, it's a lot of things. So definitely get ready for the ride. But yeah, 1 hour and 58 minutes or however much since you wrote that, getting there. Very, very close. So is it midnight Eastern time? I don't know. I have no idea, but we'll see. just keep refreshing Netflix. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please, like I said, go to our website. Check out everything we've got going on over there, like the non-spoiler review if you want to catch up before the new series debuts, and keep your eyes peeled there for everything else. Please go follow us on other places if you want to. If I use them, I don't know. Jurassic Park Pod over on Blue Sky, myself over on Blue Sky, over on Instagram, Jurassic Park Pod. I am over on Letterboxd as @BradJost. You can check it out there. And please, if you have thoughts and feelings once you've watched Chaos Theory Season 4, let me know, 732-825-7763, or you could email your thoughts and feelings or send a voice memo to JurassicParkPod@gmail.com. Oh, yeah, and shout out to Justin that I had spotted in that came up to me in store the other day. I was walking around a Spirit Christmas, and he's like, "Your name happen to be Brad?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I love your work on Jurassic Park Podcast." I was like, "What? Okay, that's crazy. Hey, thanks for listening." But yeah, so that was fun. But shout out to Justin there. But yeah, everybody have a great night. Look forward to everybody watching the show and letting us know what you think. And we'll talk to you soon. But we'll see you next week, I think. Maybe. We'll see. It's the day before Thanksgiving here, but we'll probably be here. Anyway, check in with all the feeds and everything. You'll find plenty of content from us coming up soon. So thank you so much, everybody. As always, stay safe, be kind, and enjoy. Good night, everybody.